You're now listening to Just Sex Talk. Now let's get to talking.
All right, cool. So what I want to talk about like lifestyle situations. Like if a couple is in the lifestyle, what are some hurdles that they're gonna have to go through and kind of explain. So why would a couple want to join a lifestyle? I guess would be
I think excitement, curiosity. I tell people like relationships, what makes and sustains a relationship is curiosity. If you can continue to be curious about your partner and still have conversations, you're never going to know everything about them. But we get into a rut where we're like, I don't know, like we don't talk like we used to. You can ask them about anything, but especially if you start getting into like the sexual aspects, it's like you can talk about like, what was your first fantasy? Like, what was your first exposure that really turned you on? Do you want to do something with that?
I was 9.
Shut up. I was 7. You get it right.
She was 7. Yeah.
And I would say
beat
that
you.
even like 20 plus years, like we're still learning things about each other. Like, and that's okay.
And about
But
yourselves.
you're still learning
And about
your own
ourselves.
self.
You're never,
Right.
you're
First
never
of all,
going to know
nobody
yourself
believes you're
completely.
27.
Right.
I love you,
Thank
but
you, Chris.
I love you, but
What about rejection from another couple? Like you're excited, you're like, hey, we're way out of our league, but we want to. We're swingers, so let's.
So let me just finish the last one.
Please do.
My other answer is going to be communication, like everything
Always.
else.
Yeah.
And like you were saying earlier, it needs to be every instance. If you're thinking about getting in lifestyle, talk about it. Talk about what turns you on about it, your expectations.
I think
if you
that's
wanna
a big
do
one.
couples-
What turns you on about it?
Yeah,
Because I think you just assume
it's the same as
it
you.
turns you on.
Right.
Right?
We call-
It
we
turns
call
me
this-
on.
Dude, he turns me on.
And
Let's go do it.
Sometimes the conversations can be, even if you're very comfortable with that person, can be awkward.
They're so
And
awkward.
the fear like overrides, and you have to just take that leap and trust.
And that's how
That
entering
it's
any
fine.
new situation is going
It's
to be.
not
Yeah.
like every letter is a capital letter of awkward.
Yeah.
It's so awkward.
So if one
sometimes.
person is more into it, they can start and say, hey, you know, like, I would love to watch you with somebody else. Like, that would really turn me on. A lot of people think, oh, they just want to have sex with somebody else. I mean, there's a whole spectrum of
No
the reasons.
doubt.
Originally,
that.
that was
Wow.
my very first thought when my husband told me about
Mike.
LS.
Some people think they want to do separate. Some people want to play together.
But that's true.
And then
I was accused of that. So, not by Mike,
But it changed very quickly.
But I was
for me.
accused of that. Like, whenever I was like, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to be.
and not everybody's
and it
going to be
was-
accepting of it. And they can tell
because
you a
you
lot
want
about
that
them.
other guy's. And
Right.
I was like,
Well, yeah.
And
I
there's
mean, if I
nothing-
wanted that other guy's and the life with him and the, the babies and the this and the everything else, then I'd just go do that.
And
But
there's
I'm trying to tell
nothing
you,
wrong
that's
with
not
somebody
that.
saying, like, I'm really not into that. Then it can become more of a fantasy mode. Like, let's talk about it and pretend. If it's that important to you, yeah, it could end a relationship, but you have to learn how to be your most authentic self with somebody else, and where you feel like you're compromising yourself as far as compromising for your relationship. But if you have those conversations, also, I tell people, like, if you're going to a club, don't set your expectation to be like, we are gonna have sex with like 8 couples.
Yeah,
and
yeah. No.
We're
We call
just gonna
that
be the hottest people.
sexpectations.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like,
we typically go in with like, we're
It's
going
like
to do
Jungle
it with
Book.
Cindy.
Expectation.
And then Cindy doesn't show up, and so we leave really disappointed. But
so I'd say
Why
like,
didn't you call me?
yeah, I mean, we should have given her. We could have sent her a text, but also we show
she should have
up
been
and that's
intuitive.
that's
and
That's
she
the
right.
problem.
But
See,
if you're going to have
that's-
those conversations, you're not doing yourself or your partner any service
No.
by not
That is
being
correct.
anything other than bluntly honest, just brutally honest, and
And say
don't worry
like,
about the consequences.
you know what? Especially getting started, and until you build up like the friendships and the community where you can kind of like meet up and
Absolutely.
date.
Yeah,
Your intention can be, let's go have a super sexy night, look
Yes.
at super sexy people, and I know I'm going home with you, and we're
Be
going to have
turned
a
on
great
and
time.
having a great time at
like
night.
if
Yeah.
that you already know
Yeah.
that's going to happen. So don't
I love
set up
that.
yourself for like disappointment by saying like, oh, we didn't meet somebody and like, you know, it was a lost trip. No, that was the
Yeah,
experience.
like bummer.
So
But
you
you
hear all
were
these,
together, so
you're-
was it really a bummer?
you hear all these subsets of the lifestyle. You know, we're full swap, soft swap. We do this, we do that. Chris and I, we divide our friends into two major categories. First and foremost, there's hunters and prey. Hunters get out of the car, they high five each other. We're f***ing somebody tonight, goddammit. And if they don't, they're walking out with their head down, disappointed, mad at each other and everybody else. And then there's the prey, which we consider ourselves. We're going to go, we're going to have a good time in the environment. And if something interesting is proposed to us and we want to do it, we'll do it. And we're going to have a good time regardless.
Right.
So that's our two
And
major
I think
categories.
there's less disappointment in that. You know, it's like a lot of single guys who come into like lifestyle clubs, and you can just tell like they are down. They're going to be disappointed at the end of the night if they don't
1,000%. You can
Yeah.
you can picture them from the time that they walk in the front
As soon as
door.
when they call me, like, am I going to get lucky? I'm like, I don't know your game of.
When I see a single
What
guy
should I
walk through the
wear?
door
Whatever
the
you
first
think will
time,
get you laid. I
We
don't-
actually checked into the club last night. There was a guy checking in ahead of us. He was trying to pull up something for the door girl on his phone.
I think he was trying to set up his membership or whatnot.
I don't know.
Look at my penis.
He
Can I
was
come in?
trying to set up something for the door girl. She waited for a bit, like waiting on him, and then she like passed him up, checked us in. Then once he was in the club, that 110% hunter.
Yeah.
No question
when I-
about
when I-
it. From the front door, I knew it.
He
But
had his
definitely
rifle and his
After
hat.
I saw him in the club, I was like, "Oh yeah, rifle, hat."
Rifle.
I'm glad I
You know,
wasn't.
like
Carrying a rifle? Was it Yimity Sam? We had Yimity Sam in the
the
club?
law.
Like a
That's what we were
lion
talking
hunter.
about. Yeah.
I'm going to get your
Like
rabbit.
I'm glad I wasn't the wabbit.
Like the Yellowstone prequel
rabbit
where he's
season.
out in the jungle.
It is wabbit
Oh, that's-
season. I'm glad I wasn't
when I meet a
the
new
wabbit.
single guy and have a conversation with them, the first thing out of my mouth is, first of all, if you think you're getting laid tonight, you're probably wrong. You can have a lot of fun here tonight, but the chances of you getting laid tonight and your first night here
Have
as a
good
single guy.
conversation. That
What,
should be
what,
the
about?
goal.
Okay, let's get to rejection. We already had an hour and a half.
Oh Lord.
So, when I still want to do the experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so let's get to rejection. How do you think people should handle rejection?
Rejection is like jealousy in a lot of way, because
No.
of
I mean, like I go up to you and like, hey, I want to, and we're definitely not the same. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if you
you know
say
what I mean?
that,
Like,
it's not-
like
it's
I
not
eat,
gonna
I eat
work.
burgers every day. I don't work out or do anything to my body, and then Cindy's over here working out 100 times a day, and I'm like,
You're
I do
like,
not do that.
I'm
The
like,
Beauty and the Beast
Yeah.
scenario?
No,
Yeah,
Women
yeah.
coming
No.
up to you?
yeah, I guess, yeah, or
This
anything.
is a personal
or
thing.
they're attractive, but they kind of they just sound stupid as when they talk.
I mean, you
You
get
know
a
what I mean?
vibe from a person just like you do on a date.
Right.
But
So-
everybody's going to be different. I think being direct and honest in a polite way is best, because you don't want to get somebody like lingering around just hoping that they're going to get something out of it. But you know, you can say something like, you know, thank you for your interest, you know, like we're just chilling right now, or we're going to meet up with somebody, or there's nice ways to do it as opposed to just being like,
Oh, you're
So-
talking about
so-
rejecting somebody. He's talking about dealing with the rejection.
both ways, both
Oh.
both ways.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about
And that
dealing-
comes
like-
back to the expectations. Don't have the expectation that needs to work out. See if you can like connect with somebody as opposed to going and having to have sex with them.
I will say that sometimes I have gone in with the expectations of, I don't know, like a buff body.
I think
hot,
Mike just brings
like,
ugly people to fuck with you because he thinks it's funny.
That's not
So
true.
if you ugly, you might have a chance. Go talk to Mike.
Oh my God, bless.
That's not true.
Lord.
What I'm
It
saying
kind of
is,
is true.
I mean, kind of. But what I'm saying is,
I
like,
mean, kind of.
sometimes, like, no. I'm such a people person that sometimes my connections with people will really surprise people.
India is such a good support.
No, like,
That's
Yeah.
me.
I-
That's totally
no.
me.
Like, truly, like, I'm like, I'm so wet right now, and people are like, right now? And I'm like, yes. Like, I have such good connections with certain people that it just like, it's so good, and you can't explain it to anybody else, right? Like,
can't, yeah.
it just happens, and so that's back to your point is like expectations. Don't set expectations on yourself. Just go in like open-minded, like follow your heart and your connections, and make sure your communication is there.
Yes.
And make sure it's all in line. And if it's all in line, then score.
Don't
Right?
have pity. Don't
Absolutely
waste people's time. You know.
And I hate that the most. Don't waste somebody's time.
Oh,
I
I'm so bad at
talked to
that.
like
No, and
single
I was
guy
gonna
friends
say
and
that's
stuff,
probably
and they're like,
hard
I've
for
been
you.
talking to this girl like off and on for 3 weeks, and they single guy friends. They show me a picture, and I'm like, yeah, that's just. That's not.
You're
gonna
a 3.
happen.
She's
I really
an 8.
don't
It's
try to
not
waste
happening.
somebody's
You're
time.
a 3, she's an 8. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Like, don't be the sweet person. Like,
But
when
I
you're
am,
not,
but I
when
am.
you're not interested.
I do
No,
that.
I'm the super sweet person, and I say, like,
Well, I mean, if you're a 3, you definitely should be the sweet person.
but
if
I
you're a
say,
10,
No,
If
I
you're a
am.
3, you
Still
better be
be-
a sweet person.
Yeah.
No, but still, I
I mean,
am.
I say, like, I
but-
enjoy a conversation. I enjoy our banter. However, this is not going to be a romantic thing leading
But here's the problem with
forward.
me. It doesn't mean it's going to be romantic, but it doesn't mean that's going to be a never.
So
Okay, but
that's
I
why I
mean,
always
like,
go.
never. Do you mean like
I mean-
99% no and a 1%?
I mean, it could be.
Never.
I mean, it could
Okay,
be. And
but
I'm
you might
honest
as well,
about that.
If they're
Like,
99%, you might as well let them off the hook because that's what they're fishing
I'm still going to
for.
talk to him for an hour because
Well-
I like talking to
well,
him.
that's what
Like,
I said. Yeah,
I suck
no,
at that.
No,
Grandma's
that's what
cookie
I'm-
jar.
That's
Grandma's
what I'm
cookie
saying.
jar.
What about reclaim?
What is that?
That's where like you go have with some other couple,
1,000% all
and
day
then when
long.
y'all get home, y'all have each other. Y'all like damn. So like Mike
Oh,
watched.
they give it back?
Well, no, Mike watched someone you good, like damn, and then Mike's like, God damn, even though I set that up, that motherfucker, they're good. I gotta get home, reclaim that shit. Like, yeah, this is the
We don't get home.
Wherever the
That's
That's
not-
Mike likes to get in there while it's still sticky.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we don't make it
But
home.
everybody's different.
So it's in the
Oh,
so
it's immediate. Yeah, it's like, give it back.
reclaim immediately.
Oh, for sure. I love that.
Like, let me have all this.
It's all right. I love it.
I don't know
For
anybody
me,
that
it's
doesn't like that.
It's 1,000% need.
Mike's like, I love reclaim. That's so good.
I mean, he don't do that, but it's. I mean, I want it too.
He
like
doesn't use
it's
a
like
napkin.
He just in his hair.
whatever. I don't. However, I do say, don't get gum in the hair because then I have to wash it like immediately. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I'm like come all over my face.
I mean, I
and
don't
my
care,
hair.
but then I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit, I gotta
what's
wash
your-
my
so-
hair. in the
so
morning.
So you think reclaim is important? You think or no?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
do.
it strengthens
Yes.
the relationship.
I do. I
Are
think
I'll
you
it's
talk about
important.
it.
claiming yes?
Yeah. It allows you to
claiming yes.
connect
I
after
do. I think it's
something
important.
Yeah,
else.
you gotta have that connection, right?
A lot of people say that they want to be they want their sex
But that's
to be the
also
last
part of
sex of the night.
communication as well, in a form of communication.
I mean, it's kind of like cuddling after sex. You know, you can have some of the best, most intimate conversations after sex if you just kind of hang around a bit.
Yeah,
I'm
And I
literally
feel
gonna
like-
put Jocelyn in my
for
pocket
sure. Let's
and
just take her with us.
Yeah, she's gonna come.
But I
around.
feel like reclaim sex is similar. It's like, let's take the time to reconnect, even though we had fun with other people.
Yes.
You are the most important thing to me. I want to reconnect with you.
Except for the 2 minutes I was orgasming.
And you can
there
talk
can
about
be
that.
other important things in
You wanna
everyone's
know
life.
what's
It can
crazy?
be fishing. It can be like whatever it is. There can be many of them.
I don't want
Oh,
this
no.
to sound wrong, and don't take me wrong. Like my husband is really good, in bed, and so I don't want this to come off wrong. But there are certain people that have different links or different techniques or
Yeah,
different things that
absolutely.
they do that are going to make you
1,000%.
feel differently. And so if you're not in a like comfortable position with being okay with that, that might be a struggle for you. Because if
Sure.
you see your spouse like feeling more joy or not even joy, but just more pleasure.
Maybe
in
they make a different
aspects.
face, and they're
Yes,
like,
or they
"Why
make a
don't
different
they
face
do
or a
She didn't
different
make that noise when I.
Correct.
Right.
So
You might
I
run into
don't-
issues.
I don't like saying.
She on my dick when I her.
Stop that. Can't let it go.
I never
I
felt like I needed to put a bicycle helmet on her until now.
I see where we are.
Oh,
Continue.
I think
on,
reclaim
John.
sex is a great idea and it's a great thing for people to say, oh, we want to do this and we want to re-establish our connection and then not until the time that everybody's too tired.
right. So what about safe?
know
It's
that
like
I
safe words or words for school. Like so, like if you're a couple and you're out and you're like, and you want to communicate, you want to communicate with each other without the other couple knowing that you're communicating. So like safe words like something that says, "Hey, I'm in," or "I'm out,"
Still
or
third.
I'm uncomfortable, or what is your opinion?
I think safe words are incredible.
Baseball.
I think they're great for couples, especially if you're experimenting with something like wax. You can get the
Cool.
okay to go ahead, but if something's like too much, you can say, "Hey, like whatever it is." They say not to use the words no or stop because
Well, I'm talking more like when you're in a couple, not
okay.
BDSM, but yeah.
No, but I'm saying this is another thing we can learn from BDSM. If you have, don't use like no or stop because sometimes that's the mood. It's like, I'm
Right.
going to say no, but I really want you to keep going.
Yeah.
So have something that's completely out of the picture. The like old standard is orange because nothing rhymes with it. So it's kind of like easy
Out
to
there.
understand.
Well, I like the guest we had on last podcast. I really liked one of the things he said. He doesn't like the red, green, yellow, that stuff. He said he likes the number system. Like, hey, 1
This
is
is
stop, 10 is I'm loving this. So that gives you a range.
Like slow down or ease it
and
up.
I can see you doing that even with your partner. Like, hey, how's it going tonight?
Yeah, but you're
It's about
not.
a 6.
We're not talking
you know,
about.
whatever, like, it's not bad, but
When
it's
I'm
not
talking
great.
about, you're not with your partner.
I see what you're saying.
Well, then
I'm
who
talking- I'm
are
talking-
you
Okay, wait.
signaling
I'm
if
talking
you're not
about
with your
when I
partner?
say safe words. I'm not talking about BDSM right now. I'm not talking about BDSM. I'm talking about swinging. So
I am too.
Okay,
So,
so
no-
you're not with your partner.
No, right. So if you're not with your partner and you're having sex with someone else,
Someone else.
no is definitely a good f***ing word.
Right.
No.
Absolutely.
yeah.
But you wouldn't be discreet. So
He's
if
trying
it's-
to like say secret communication
Yeah,
between your
secret
partners.
So, I
word.
can say what I've used personally. It's not anything that I've ever thought out before or anything else.
Well, so something you would say to Mike, so Mike would know. Hey,
You're
whatever.
not comfortable.
Oh, so I'm
Yeah.
with someone else, but I'm talking to Mike
Yeah.
to tell him
You're
I'm not.
telling
like
with
Mike,
him.
secret
get me outta
communication
here.
between couples to say like
I mean-
everything's cool between them.
Yeah. And I
I
think
feel like
that's
I'm
really important.
all around the board on this one. So, if I was doing anything else with anybody else, or if he was with anybody else, it is already proven to be true. We just have a look that we give each other.
Okay.
Like, I'm always like the, hey,
Right.
So
like
that's the
doing my
experience.
thing. And so I look at Mike
He
and I'm like,
knows.
You guys know each other well enough
Yeah,
to
To know.
and
Yeah.
Mike's like, okay, like I know that is like Courtney is not into whatever I'm doing. So, I mean, at least he knows that he needs to touch base before continuing.
Yeah.
If anything.
With just a look, like no word is needed because you're like a part from the room.
So
But like if I'm with someone that I haven't been with before, but I'm with them, I mean, I have found, and I know this is by far, this is not, I hope that this is the norm, but I know that it's not the always. Like I just like put my hand on their chest and I'm like, I can't. Like I don't have to say no. Like I just put my hand on their chest and I'm like, I can't.
Oh, that's what that meant.
And they know.
And they're like, harder.
I know. You said you can.
I was like, I believe in you more than you do.
I know how you took it, but most people
He's more
I know
like,
how you
I
took
think
it.
I can.
most people are respectful and they take that as a
Right.
okay,
So I
like
guess-
she's cashing in her
She's
chips.
done.
All right,
Like she's done.
so then another scenario situation. So I'm trying to reach the new people. So when you're more experienced in your lifestyle, yeah, you know the looks and all that stuff. So let's say like we're say like or me and her are kind of new, right?
Okay.
But we're going or no, y'all are kind of new, right? So we are kind of new, and me and her are
amazing.
going through like, damn, yeah, we all ready to how you want to.
Yeah.
But you don't want to say, you don't want to be totally rude. Like, no, I'm not interested in fucking all. How would you communicate with Mike or whatever to let you know? Say like Mike might be like, whatever, I'm down for whatever. She looks good enough for me. And then how would you? But you're a no, definitely no.
So I've only done same bed situation
but how
a few times.
No, we're just in the club talking.
as a newbie. Oh, you're talking.
We're in the club talking.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. So and then
No, I just like, take my partner's hand and I'm like give it a little tug.
So that's a
Like we're finishing this conversation.
So you tell them like, no, we're done. That's your
Yeah. Like if we're just in the club, 4 people talking, I just like reach over to my partner.
Do you tell them that beforehand?
No.
Or is it just...
You don't even have to say it beforehand.
I agree with you, Courtney.
Like,
Because
your
I don't
partner
think
should
you need
just
to have a
follow your
predetermined
lead.
word.
Yeah.
I think if you're both concerned with checking in with each other, you're gonna figure that out. Like if Mike is totally into it and he's forgot who you are, he's not gonna check in with you. No matter what you say, it's not gonna happen.
Absolutely.
But if both of you are in tune with each other and you're gonna make sure the other one's okay, which is what you probably should be more than anything else, is just making sure the other one's okay.
I mean, last
you
night-
don't need a word. You don't need anything. You can usually tell by a look. You can usually tell.
But if it's like a new thing, and to what you're getting at, I do think, and I was going to say, communication, to make it completely clear. Because if you're starting new in something, you're right. Like, somebody might be really into it, somebody might not. If you have a word, it's kind of like that Four Christmases movie where their word was mistletoe when they needed to leave.
Yeah.
If you have something like that, and you can make it whatever, it doesn't have to be completely obvious. But when you do get into a deeper relationship or more experience, you can kind of shoot that look or just do a touch or something like that and understand, or like the back, small of the back.
Yeah, the small of the back.
Well, I
like
tell new
anything,
couples-
like just that like little double tap on the small of the back. That means we're moving.
Yeah, so one
We're
that
moving.
I heard
Like,
is like the spouse, or one of the spouses be like in the middle of a conversation with the couple, like, "Oh man, I really would like a Dr. Pepper right now,"
Oh, yeah.
and that means like, you know, I mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We have one
And then
friend
it gives
Let's
you
go
a
get a
reason to
drink.
leave.
yeah.
we have some friends that she's deathly allergic to bananas. She can't even be in the same room as bananas. So if either one of them mentions bananas, they're gone.
They're done.
They're like done.
And I get that. I
Mangoes.
just also
But
I do feel like with your partner, it should be more of an intuitive thing. Like you should pick up.
it should be if you are,
Yeah.
but not every partnership
I mean,
is on the
this
same
is,
level.
I
But
mean, this is new.
But I
and
tell- I tell
know
new
that
couples
can,
this, forget
I
a
can
word.
Give Mike a double tap.
don't worry about
I
the other
can-
people's feelings.
Before,
If you're in a
Yeah.
if you're in a situation you don't feel good about, you tell them I'm out. You look at your partner and say we're out, and you leave. And you should have that discussion before you do anything. That
I'm gonna go.
When one of us
And
wants
you
out, we're out.
1000% should do that. No,
We're
with no question of anybody's feelings.
Just Sex Talk is fueled by the haters and recorded live at the Lifestyle Nation studio in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. We hope you enjoyed the show. If not, then this show just isn't for you, and no hard feelings. To experience more shows, go to JustSexTalk.com. And to contact the show, send an email to JustSexTalkPodcast@gmail.com.